We're out on the beast. Not my beast, this is KTM's beast. This is the new 1290. Ah, the absolute monster. We've come down to Crescent Suzuki in Burwood, which is also a KTM dealer, hence the delicious Superduke we have here awaiting my pleasure. Now this bike, I'm absolutely really serious about perhaps buying this bike. So this isn't just going to be your normal test ride blat-about. This is going to be a test ride with a difference. This is testing whether this bike is a bike that I might actually like to buy. This feels gorgeous. I have ridden a Superduke before. Now some of you will know from my previous videos, I've had a go on Banville and Grumble Superduke, and I absolutely loved it back then. That was the old one. Obviously this is the version before this. They've made a lot of changes to this now, and this is the new. I love it already. Look at the dash, beautiful little TFT dash. Heated grips, cruise control. What else is new? That they've gone to town on this. KTM, when they brought this bike out, it was all about the engine. All about the engine. Which it still is. Which it still is. Weight wise, this thing I think is 195 kilos wet. So it's probably sort of 215 with your fuels. So it's quite a big bike. Out of the way, Grandad. Jesus! Oh, remember that feeling? Instantaneous torque. Instantaneous. Wimborne, Cranbourne. It's all the Bournes around here. It's the Bourne identity. Fucking idiot. Oh god, this is a good bike. This is a good bike. This is one of those bikes where you absolutely must really have electronics. It's 177 horsepower. It's 4 more bhp, 4 more horses than last year's model. This bike was never short on power anyway. Grunt! Oh, it's a monster. She's a beast. Beast by name. Beast most definitely by nature. A little bit of front wheel bounce as she's on the power. Why would you want a sports bike? There is honestly, with nakeds out there like this, why are people buying sports bikes still? This thing is savage. This is an incredible bike. It's one of those bikes where you don't want to give it full power because it's just too much there. You do not have to give it full power for overtaking and stuff because it just literally rips your arms out of the sockets. 4th gear, 4,000 revs, 50 mile an hour. Woo! Ooh, twisties. It's changed its direction really very well indeed. The brakes are perfect, loads of power, loads of feel. You couldn't want anything more. Oh. A little bit of clutching grooving. It's not, if you think it's going to be a big horrible thumpy thing, it's really not. It's hardly any vibes, it's silky smooth. The fueling is almost spot on, I'd say. Actually, it's not bad at all for a new bike. You're not thinking I've got to rush out and get myself a power command and get this thing rematched. The fueling is fine for Euro 4. You could actually live with it, not a problem. I think it's one of those bikes you ever go and you go, yeah, this bike was designed with me in mind. And that's why I love it. Oh, that's the trouble. You daren't turn that wheelie control off because it is just too much of an animal. Whoa, what a beast. The peg height is just perfect. The riding position is just perfect. Absolutely spot on. The seat, I mean, yes, this is the aftermarket seat. This is the power part seat, but it is delicious. It's got the new IMU. It's got cornering ABS now, and all that good stuff. It's not got any, I don't think it's got cornering traction or anything like that, but it's got cornering ABS for safety, which is always nice. Sorry mate, didn't mean to be there. Give him a wave. I think it's got an adjustable, watch him a flippy. Oh, I want my bad. I want my bad. They've made some styling changes as well. It's got full LED headlights now, and it's got a really rather leery front light. They've really put a lot of work into the front light. They've made it look much better. And what they've done, because obviously LED headlights generate a lot of heat, they've made like a metal insert down the middle to chill and actually cool the lights down. They've really thought out this bike. Let's take her in. Look at these roads, man. This bike was made for these roads. Let's have a quick look, Ski. Oh, there's a side stand. There it is, Jesus. Oh, there she is. The beast, the beast. That's those funky LED lights I was telling you about. The whole cooling of it is this thing down the middle, is the cooling of the lights. Perfect. What a great way to bring styling into, you know, functionality. Functional styling. Looks like you with the baffles in which you can't remove. So that's like the approved Akrapovic. You don't want that. They've changed the styling at the back. You've got more of the trellis frame on display now. Before it came down here, they've got more of that on show. A white power suspension, obviously. They've even got a little tail tidy on this. So yeah, another little cool thing about it, which I mentioned, is the keyless ignition. So you get the key, and as long as the key's within range of the bike, all you do is push the key button, wakes the bike up. She's ready to race. I'm glad to hear it. Put kill switch on. Push again. Off she goes. Me likey, me wanty. Come here, you bugger. cc. So even though they call this a 1290, it's not. 1301. Doesn't roll off the tongue quite so well though, does it? Look at this! Look at this! Whoa! Oh, it's so gorgeous. Just out of the bends, the instant power, the torque you have to pull you out the corners is truly incredible. Yeah, I know I'm out of fuel. I knew I was going to love this. I knew I was going to love it before I even rode it. From riding the Barons one, I remember it feels very similar, to be perfectly honest, but I think they've just polished it polished it that little bit more, made it that they had the great engine, but they've just brought everything else up now to the level of the engine, the electronics, the display, just those little touches that just absolutely finish the bike off. I'm thoroughly impressed with the damn thing. Could I have one of these? Could I get rid of my sports bikes and just have one of these? I could. This can do anything a sports bike can do, really. It can. It gives you all the power, all the speed you'd ever need on the road. I don't have a clue where I'm going. The only thing which is a bit annoying, yeah, it's 14,000, which when you compare it to the Tuono, which is 16,000, it actually looks like good value. But 14 is the base one. You then got, if you want the quick shifter, you've got to pay another 500 for the quick shifter to unlock, just a code to unlock it. I just wonder if they're available on Pirate Bay, these codes. I'm going to have to have a search. But you just got to pay money to unlock these the bits it should have standard. You don't want to, why have you got to unlock them at KTM? This is a premium bike. Let's have the quick shifter by standard, please. All of the track modes and stuff, you've got to unlock them with a code. And they are not cheap. They are not cheap, which is even more annoying because everything is on the bike. It's all here. You're just paying for a code to unlock it. So it's not like it's any additional hardware. There's all the hardware's on the bike already. Oh, pop skis. I'm 6'2" and I can touch the ground absolutely perfectly, flat-footed, no worries. I'd imagine if you're a little bit shorter though, that could be an issue, but they do at no extra charge, like a low seat option, which is really good. I think KTM have really got their act together. And I know a lot of people say, oh, reliability, oh god, it's going to be breaking down. They're not like that anymore. All of the European bikes have just upped their game. It's a pretty, they all have. So you haven't even got to think, oh yeah, it's going to be breaking down every 5 minutes, because it just isn't. It's absolutely lovely. I don't want to give it back. Can I just ride it home? I like all the goodies it's got as well. I like all this TFT screens and stuff. All the tyre pressures and all that stuff. I like all that. It must be the nerd in me. I like all that shit. That torque! God! There's so many extras you can get for this bike as well. Like orange triple clamps, all that sort of shit. You could knock this up to 20 grand if you put all the extras on it, no problem. You have to resist the options catalogue. Well, there we go. We're nearly got to give it back now. I really don't want to give it back. It's just going to be playing on my mind now. I almost wish I hadn't liked this, because I wouldn't have to think about buying one, but I loved it. Massive thanks to Crescent, Suzuki and Verwood for letting me take her out for a spin and pleasure myself with it. Lovely. Just a Tuono to try. Oh yeah. Yeah. I want one, yeah. Give me one. I want one. Funny old clutch.